Happy Halloween, everybody.
Welcome to the Inferior Effect Halloween episode. I know it's a little bit early, but we just got so excited to frighten you guys with our terrifying costumes, Justin. I am Angry Einstein, and what are you, Batman, I guess?
I'm Batman.
Batman, okay.
The Batman.
I want you guys to comment this, but we're going to talk about it right now. If I'm coming up to your house, what are you going to give me candy-wise? Like, how good is this costume?
I'm going to give you, like, maybe a bite-sized Snickers, because...
It's not. It's pretty good. It's
you can't
creative.
tell that it's like real fake blood on your shirt. It just kind of looks like a normal like hipster shirt that you'd wear.
This stuff bleeds through too. Anyway, I think
whatever.
I would give you like a carrot or an apple or something like fruit related that because it's just no. You just happen to have a Batman.
It's like
fruit.
the most hurtful thing anyone's ever said to me.
All right, I want to take this off now a little bit because I can't speak.
Yeah, great mask, right?
All right, awesome. All right, guys, so make sure you stay tuned to the end. We have picked a winner for our free merch and $25 gift card, and we will be announcing your name at the end of this show, so stay tuned.
Speaking of treats, Zach, what a perfect lead-in.
That was great.
We're actually going to be talking a little bit about the some of the traditions about Halloween, everybody's second favorite holiday,
After
including,
Christmas.
yes, exactly, including jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, and trick-or-treat.
We're also going to do some scary stories for you guys at the end. So
it should be super fun.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So Halloween, also known as All Hallows Eve, is originally believed to have come from a Gaelic harvest festival that was meant to mark the end of the growing season and the transition into winter. Some of the rituals that they'd perform at these kind of festivals would be things like fortune-telling, bobbing for apples, and nut roasting, my personal favorite. So some of the same things we do today, but with a little twist.
So this All Hallows Eve was the moment in time where the spirits of the dead came back and would walk the earth. And so they had a festival to both celebrate those who have gone on before and protect themselves from like bad juju, like no spirits, no monsters. And that's where we kind of get the dressing up to ward away evil spirits.
So the modern practice of trick-or-treating that we all enjoy dates back to around the 16th century, when, as part of the Gaelic festival, people would dress up as the local boogeyman, and this was meant to kind of protect them, they thought, from that boogeyman. If they dressed up, they would somehow be immune from their influence. Now, important to note, trick-or-treating actually, it was a big deal back then. They took it very literally. If you went trick-or-treating and didn't get your treat, they got a trick every time. Now, this was serious, okay? That kind of has fallen away in the modern age, but back then, trick-or-treating actually meant real business.
We need to bring it back.
We need to bring it back.
Yeah, just carry a bunch of eggs with you, and then if they don't give you candy, you just throw the eggs at the house.
I was thinking more like torches and pitchforks, but...
Oh, that works too.
You know, whatever.
Please do not do any of this stuff. That was a personal shout-out.
Don't give me disclaimers.
We have to do disclaimers.
No.
We didn't mention jack-o'-lanterns because we have a special segment we've never done on the show before. We are going to tell you guys a spooky story about the origins of jack-o'-lanterns.
Should be super spooky. All right, so for story time, guys, we thought rather than make up some stupid story or pull something off the internet, me and Zach would tell you about something that actually happened to us on a trip to Ireland we went on last year together, alone. It wasn't romantic for the most part, but it was interesting. Our first night there, we went to a bar, naturally. What else are you going to do in Ireland? I mean, there's really nothing there but Blarney Stones and hills and lots of alcohol and angry, drunk, belligerent people. So anyway, we were there getting sloshed, and we saw this weird dude hanging out at the end of the bar. And, you know, after a while, he started getting kind of sloppy, and he was screaming, like ranting and raving about, what was it, Stingy Jack? And we thought it was a guy at first. We thought Stingy Jack must have been some dude who ripped him off or something. But as the place started to empty out and we could sort of make out exactly what he was yelling at the bartender, we realized that there was something a little more ominous going on.
So this old guy, we walked over to him and sat at his table because there was really nothing else to do and no one else was there. And he was drunk out of his mind. And so we asked him, like, who is this guy? Like, can we help you somehow? And he started telling us this old, like, wives' tale about Stingy Jack. And he went on and on about how this old guy made a deal with the devil. He trapped him in a tree and wouldn't let him down. He had the crosses on the bottom of the tree so the devil couldn't get down. And he said, I don't want you to take my soul when I die, and I'll let you down if you don't let me into hell. So, of course, the devil agrees, as the drunk old man said. And then when old Stingy Jack finally, bit the bullet and died, he couldn't be let into heaven because he was such a bad person, but the devil had to honor his word and couldn't let him into hell. So he was cursed to, like, roam the earth in this, like, nether world. But it's super, super dark, apparently. And the devil gave him one ember that would never burn out to light his way in the darkness. And he put it in a turnip, because apparently that's what Stingy Jack was most fond of in this world, was a turnip. So me and Justin were sitting there, and we're kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, Jack-o'-lantern, that kind of makes sense. It's an old Halloween, kind of Hallows Eve thing, and that's really, really all it was.
Next evening rolled around. We were still in Ireland, still bored. The guy kind of freaked us out the night before. We didn't really want to head back to the same pub. But we saw that there were some tours, and we saw that some of them actually dealt with that Stingy Jack myth that the guy from the bar had been talking about. And we were interested, so we figured, why not just do that instead? And everything was cool. We went out into the peat bogs outside the city we were staying in.
And we were joking around on the way there, and, I don't really scare easy, so I was kind of like making sure Justin was all right. And when we got there, I had to go to the bathroom. I have these little outhouses, kind of like porta potties, but a little bit more permanent. And, Justin doesn't like to be by himself, so I said he can come with me.
Before the tour started, I actually had to go take a leak, so I went to one of the sort of outdoor bathroom areas over there, and how Zach is, he said he didn't want to be alone, so he had to come with me.
So we went, and we got out, and the tour guide was right there. Like, we thought maybe he had kept going. So we saw a light in the distance that could have been his flashlight. So we're like, well, maybe they got bored standing here. We didn't think we were gone that long, but maybe they just kept walking. So we followed the light down the trail. And after about 5 or 6 minutes, we weren't getting any closer, and Justin was starting to get a little freaked out. So I just didn't know what to do. Right? I mean, we can't just. I didn't want to waste our money sitting there waiting on the tour guide to get back. So I kind of, gave him a speech, how he kept going, and we kept going.
As we get closer and closer to the light, which at this point it starts to get kind of weird because it moves off the trail. We think maybe, the tour guide is showing them something off to the side. Not really sure what's going on, but we just keep headed towards that light. It starts moving deeper and deeper into the fog, and we get kind of weirded out, especially as we start to lose track of where we're going. Everything is just the same. It's so easy to get lost in a place like that, and before too long, we just have no idea where we're going, and we start to get scared that maybe we've been following something other than that flashlight. And of course, we'd heard the stories about, will-o'-the-wisp and all that, so we thought maybe we had just been idiots and gotten lost. And at this point, we start panicking a little bit. We don't really know what to do. But all we can do is keep following that light. It just keeps moving. And so that's what we do.
And we came out, there was a clearing. It was so foggy. and the light kind of stopped in the middle, and I thought maybe I couldn't see any other people around it, but maybe that was the tour guide, and they were like looking at something specific. So I grabbed Justin by the hand because he was pretty scared, and we just went into the field.
The fog was still thick, but we could tell there was a sort of weird energy in the air. Something was different about this place. The light had stopped moving at this point. It was just hovering in the center of the field. And as we walked closer towards it, the fog started to sort of coalesce. Now, stay with me here because I know this sounds crazy. But this fog formed into the shape of a man, and the light disappeared. I could barely see his silhouette in the moonlight. And Zach, I could feel him jump into the air behind me, and he was holding my hand pretty tight at that point, as he tends to do when he gets scared. But the worst part, instead of speaking, oh man, I'll never forget this. He just smiled at us, and light poured out of his eyes and his mouth like a jack-o'-lantern. Fire from hell. We ran as fast as we could, tripping over tree branches. Before long, we found ourselves right back at that bathroom where we started that tour. The tour guide was waiting there for us.
So we didn't say anything. And we finished up the trip and swore never to talk about it and came home. But I felt like I needed to get this off my chest. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. We really appreciate it. And you guys did awesome with the sharing of our videos and entering in this giveaway. We'll probably for sure do it later again. And we want to announce our winner right now. Can I get a drum roll, please? Mariah Barton, you have won. Please, please, please message us. Tell us if you would like a t-shirt or a mug and a sticker, and we will get all your information, and we'll send you that stuff. If you did not win, I'm so sorry. Please enter again when we do another one, and I'm sure you will. Remember, there are 3 ways to enter. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Be safe on Halloween.
Thank you all. I love you.